I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and for one of the first times, go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. On the Commanders.
She's not your fiance anymore, is she?
He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a give right side McCaffrey. And able to use his block. Over the 40. Boy, 184 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Sanders on the gun on 3rd down. And that is in. He had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Let's go. Go. Now Sanders throwing on 4th down. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Throwing the out route, and Crowder makes. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 2nd and 1 now from the 21. Daniels looking to throw. That's Samuel, caught left side. And touchdown, Commanders. Deebo Samuel, he flat out can't be stopped. And the Commanders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So bad mistake there by the kickers. The ball goes out of bounds. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Operating from the gun, Sanders, and he can't escape. He goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Operating from the gun, Sanders, and pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jamin Davis in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off. Record of 7. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. This will be 3rd and forever. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. He goes again. Brandon Ayuk. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Offside. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6
That penalty is
points.
declined.
Extra point try now for Moody. And that will make this a 4-point game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The visitors' offense and running back Austin Eckler are set to take over once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They run the action here on 1st and 10. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. From start to finish and really help get the better of the opposing secondary.
Throwing now is Daniels. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Play action, now it's Daniels. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. On the screen, this is Eckler. Now he's into the clear again. Austin Eckler. Touchdown. Austin Eckler finding the end zone yet again. And the Commanders use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead. And they'll move it up to the 40. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Off the play fake. Sanders under pressure, and down he goes. Jamin Davis in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with a late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Connects with Kittle underneath. Now he's loose again. He may go. George. He's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, 70 yards. And the Niners have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2.
I have to admit, I love the excitement of the 2-point try. You know, to see what's going to happen, and it happens pretty quickly, doesn't it? You get an answer, and in this case, it was unsuccessful for the guys trying it.
Completely unrelated. I just realized that I stole both of your pins in this last game. My bad, partner.
Hey, that's okay. Well, and just in the time they went for 2.
To the air goes Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This 2nd and 4. Here's Daniels. And this is Hurts with it, right side. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Zach Ertz, 53 yards. And now they have taken a 4th quarter lead. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up. Because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Big mistake here by the kicker, kicking it out of bounds.
The one that drives coaches crazy. Keep it in the field of play and let your guys cover.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Looking to throw. Sanders.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
To throw is Sanders from the gun on third.
2 years ago, he gave me 50
Into space past the 25. And across the chalk.
This is why this man is so special to me.
49er touchdown. Juwan Jennings. He flat out can't be stopped. And the 49ers are an extra point away from taking the lead.
We had just been to the hospital.
And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. And he will not be.
Don't have it yet. But we're praying.
Football, he's sacked. And let the second guessing begin as this remains a tie game. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They started on the ground with Eckler, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. Here's second down. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Finding Samuel.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Able to find Ertz. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. Totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes the catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
Well, the faithful in full roar here in Santa Clara. This is 3rd down. Back to throw again.
Got it. Oh, my God.
That's complete. And that That's a touchdown
Oh,
as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. Obviously a huge touchdown for their team, but a big touchdown for a rookie quarterback here to be able to break the tie in the fourth quarter.
And he just shook off all the pressure, too. Because when you think about it, tie ball game, rookie quarterback, most of them are thinking, don't make a mistake. Instead, this young man just said, I'll make a play.
Commanders. Oh, just exactly a minute left. 49ers defense got ass.
Extra point attempt to follow
Still got
here.
all 3 of their timeouts. Oh,
And they will take a 7-point lead now.
339, 332.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown.
Black Friday football.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Niners offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
He's back to throw. Buying time.
Oh my God.
Now he's into the clear again. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well. And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Dorrance Armstrong in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself too often. Back to throw.
Simmons.
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. This is 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. There is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Offside. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Now Moody for the PAT. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at to decide this one. So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish. Kicks away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
Oops. Good overtime.
4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
The Niners overtime. Still don't feel better, good.
The conditions only going to get worse as we get back to football here to start this overtime. Well, now how about this return? And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. That's complete to Pearsall. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped, and I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body, because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? They're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any of the effects of moving to the West. That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there. On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Being chased out
Good
left.
thing for the Commanders.
And I don't think he got there, no. Maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Flushed out right. Now he's loose again, pushing his way through, and he'll finally be 2-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's Garendo. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I'm on here?
play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Now they'll switch it up here.
Debut.
That is caught. Touchdown.
The George Kittle. The Niners. What a comeback.
And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Extra point try now for Moody. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
46-3.
That time a 6-play drive. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And the Washington offense heading out. Now a first throw here in overtime. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. To Crowder, and he's got it on the crossing route. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 34. Working out of the gun, Daniels.
Oh, my God.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting away to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Daniels looking to throw.
Yes. No, he's not.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
For the 25th time.
It was a sack and a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 2nd and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation
his
because
moment
the silver lining
to knock his ass down.
But that close to the
They look like Danny Brown.
still definitely hurts.
They need a matching touchdown here to keep their hopes alive. Here's 2nd down. Now Daniels.
Hold on, throw it away.
And that's off the mark.
Throw it away.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
Good sack.
So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense.
Sacks.
To throw is Daniels.
Down this thing and go. Madison, he throw it away again. Where are you
This
going?
is going to be incomplete.
Place it.
Defense there on 3rd and goal. They
This is
took
it.
away everything.
4th and goal.
Forced him to
This is
fire
it.
that one to the sideline where no one can
Can't
get it.
get these. This game over.
A
Right,
big
again,
call
this
here
is
in overtime.
good.
They're
Open
going
fourth down
for it
conversion
on 4th down.
twice for the Commanders.
Daniel's
Overtime.
going to throw
This
for
is it. This is it for the game. For the game. Daniels.
Eluding the
Yes.
pressure right. And he will be
It's
out
a
of
game
bounds,
over.
well shy of the marker.
Freddie Warner.
So that's a turnover on downs. Great job defensively. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays.
Yeah, I
Defense
thought he
has
was
to
there.
stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such
Everybody open?
disappointment.
It can
Damn.
absolutely be
You
a
open.
deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down,
Game over. The 49ers with the win. They're in overtime. 346, 339. The Commanders just suck. They just can't get the job done. Threw the ball away twice. Fire. Nobody open.
it was, and there is something special about
Nobody
games
open.
played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball. If someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things.
Sanders' debut. We're going to put on a classic with Jaden Daniels. Jesus. Former NFC champion. And he put
I'm
in
Brandon Gunn.
a
Certainly
fight
have to thank
here
Charles Davis,
tonight.
my broadcast partner, and our
49ers
entire
with
crew.
the win.
We'll
They
catch
survived.
you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
They survive against the Rams in LA next week. Can't wait for that. And the Commanders, 0-2. I need to figure it out. Wow.